Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Dora the Explorer's Treehouse. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more cartoon related builds, then please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That ensures that you get everything sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we start putting blocks on the ground, here are all of the materials that you are going to be needing. Please make sure that you have access to all of those and enough of them as well. The amount of space required is roughly an 8 block by an 11 block area. Make sure that you have enough room to build this fit. Pause the video if you have to, gather your stuff, make sure you've got enough room, make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can begin. Chapter 1. We're going to come all the way to the very front left hand corner of this grid. We're going to count right by 1 and 2, and then inwards 1 and 2. And this is the starting position should you have made the grid. Start off by placing a jungle wood on the ground. Place one to the right of it, one back and right, one behind, one back and left, one going left, one forwards and left, and then simply one forwards. This is the base shape of the tree. Extend all of these blocks up by 6, every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want to take every single one of this ring of jungle wood and you want to raise them up. And this is going to be the trunk of the tree. If you like, you can modify the build and make it either higher or lower. Although, I probably wouldn't make it any lower, but you could certainly make it higher if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. So, now that we have the trunk of our tree, we are going to place a platform that will allow us to make the tree house. We're going to start by placing acacia wood slabs in each one of the 4 corners at the top of our tree trunk. And we're even going to fill the top of it in using acacia slabs too. So we are creating a little bit of a platform area. And it's important that we add the right amount of blocks to each level of the platform. So what I mean by that is, on the front, I want you to begin by placing a row of acacia wood slabs in front of the top of the treehouse, like this, so it's sticking out one row. We are then going to add another row in front to make that 2 rows. We are going to take the left side and we only want to have 1 row poking out of the left side. We're going to come around the back and we only want to have 1 row coming out of the back. We want to take the right side and we only want to, at the moment, have 1 row. And the shape that we're looking for, if you take a look up above, it should look a little bit like this, a little bit wonky. And that's great, because we now want to grab our jungle planks, and on top of each one of the 4 corners of the platform that we have now created, we are going to place a row of 4 jungle wood coming up from every corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are jungle wood planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can fill the left side of this in using jungle wood planks. By fill in, I mean simply connect the 2 posts on the left side together. On the front side, things are a tad bit different. So, we want to begin by connecting the base together, left to right, at the front. We want to place a 2x2 square of black stained glass pane on the left side of the front. Fill in the remainder of the area using jungle planks. Place acacia trapdoors left and right of the window that we have now created. We actually want to do the exact same thing on the back, so if you come to the back, connect the bottom together, place a window in the same position on the back as you have the front. Now, you can, if you like, swap it, but there wouldn't be any reason to. You literally just want to copy what you have on the front. Fill in the remainder of the area, add acacia trapdoors left and right of the window, and you should be pretty good. There we are. So, when it comes to the right side, there is one major difference. There is a doorway. the doorway is double wide. So what this means is we want to leave these 2 rows of acacia slabs alone, and on top of the remaining 3, beginning from the front, so like leave these 2 alone, you want to place acacia planks building up the right wall like this. Connect the top together, fill in the entire top of the treehouse, by the way, using your jungle wood planks like this. And then the doorway here, it's a little bit interesting because you want to place acacia wood slabs underneath the top of the door frame and extend those outwards like this. So you're kind of like pointing people like, hey, this is where the entrance is. That's what that's for. We then want to take the right side of the platform and extend it outwards, not 1 row, but 2 rows, just like that. And we're going to use acacia fence, and we're just going to place a little bit of fence starting from this back corner here, 1, 2, 3. Just like that, coming from the back to the front. I mean, you can even place a little bit more if you want, and if you want to make it a bit safer, you can place 1 on the back. But initially, it's just these 3. But, you know, I'll just leave that there, just in case you guys want to do that. So, this looks pretty boring, right? This looks kind of boring, but we are going to make this look a lot better. So, first, we're going to deal with the trunk of the tree. All the way down at the bottom, we want to place this. We want to place 2 jungle wood in the corners of the base of the trunk of the tree. So right at the bottom, this is what we want to do. So 2, just to kind of reinforce the shape. And then continuing to reinforce the shape, kind of make the trunk of the tree stronger, the base of the tree stronger, we are going to place a little corner set of 3 jungle woods just to shape the base of the tree. And that'll actually do perfectly fine. And that looks very similar to Dora's actual treehouse, like that. What else are we going to do? Well, we have some branches to add. Branches are very, very simple. We use jungle wood, and we're going to add about 3 of these, okay? So the first branch is going to be on the front of the tree, and it's going to look a bit different to mine, but this is the general gist of things. You're going to want to take the front, middle, left side-ish of the tree, and you want to place a few jungle woods coming outwards like this. The direction is kind of like out and slightly up, okay? So that's good. And on the end of the branch, you want to add jungle leaves. And how you add these jungle leaves is actually completely up to you. But we want to make a normal-ish sort of looking branch shape like that, right? So something like that. That's the sort of shape that we're going for. Now, again, yours will probably look a little bit different to mine, but this is the effect that we are going for as it goes. Next, we want to come to the left side of the tree, and we want to do the same sort of thing, except this time the branch wants to look a little bit bigger. So coming out of like the left middle side of the tree, you want to have another sort of chunky-ish sort of shape now, using your jungle wood like this. And you just want to create like a branch shape. And it's going to be a little bit taller than the other one, and you can make it even taller and weirder if you like. But you want to also place jungle leaves on the outside, or the end of the branch, I should say, rather than the outside of the branch, like this. And we want to just raise them all up like that. Here we go. And you just kind of want to cover the end a little bit, and it wants to come all the way up to the top like this. You know, something like that. Like, you just want a nice little populace of jungle leaves like that, and it just wants to sit sort of like on the left side of the treehouse. Something like that. Feel free to pause this, copy that if you like, but again, like, just make it sort of similar to that and you'll be fine. It's a tree, it's supposed to look random. On the back part of the house, again, we're going to do the same sort of thing, except this time it wants to be even higher, and you kind of want to be able to see it from the front. So like on the back left side, again, we're going to use the same sort of technique, and we're just going to make a branch, and I'm going to drag it over to the left side a little bit, just like this, and I'm going to make it about as high as this window, and then that will force me to place jungle leaves around here. And again, like, you're going to be able to see from the front now that there is a branch going on back here, something like that, you know. And you can even extend it a little bit outwards, like if we really want to make it apparent, then we can do something like that, you know. So now from the front, perfect. So now you can see that there's something going on back there, and of course if somebody actually goes back there, then they'll find that that is what is going on. And we want to have details on all sides of this. So yeah, that looks pretty good. When it comes to the top of the tree, well, we have to add leaves as well. So if you want to come all the way up to the top of your treehouse, we are going to begin by placing jungle leaves kind of like around the corners of the sides of the treehouse, and we're going to build from outwards, going in like this. So if you just want to place jungle leaves kind of like on the outside corners of the top of the treehouse like this, that should look pretty good. And we're going to have a similar sort of shape now built on top of the treehouse, right? So I want you to, on top of each one of the 4 corners of the treehouse that you have here, we're going to place 4 corners of jungle leaves moving inwards. And then we're going to move these in 1 row more. And I might even just make a solid square shape in the middle like this. And we're just going to extend up the jungle leaves just a little bit more like that. So here, going to raise these up a little bit, maybe even the center a little bit as well. And then right here at the top. So now, you know, we've kind of just like, we're making almost, it looks like an old, like an Aztec temple or something, you know? And you just want to gradually raise them up, and you kind of want to make what's kind of like, I don't know, it looks like the top of a vegetable or a fruit or something, you know? Something very similar to that. An advanced leafy Beyblade. Now, once you have done that, we do have a couple more details to add to the treehouse. So, one of the less cool parts is the fact that we're going to add a little stone slab area. The front left corner part of the treehouse. We're just going to add a little corner of stone slabs coming out of this part of the treehouse right here. We're going to use birch fence, and we are going to place coming out of the top of the platform on the front. We want to take the front right corner here, move left one, place a birch fence. Left one, birch fence like this. And we're going to extend these birch fences down, all the way down to the ground, until it's hanging either 1 or 2 blocks away from the ground. We'll start by hanging the birch fence 2 blocks off the ground like this. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to place jungle wood. We'll start from the bottom here. And we're going to leave... Well, we won't leave any gap. We'll place a jungle slab or an acacia wood slab in between these birch wood. Leave half a gap, slab. Half a gap, slab. Like this. Half a gap, slab. Half a gap, slab. Like that. And then you can decide if you want to extend the little rope ladder downwards another row, or whether you just want to leave it. But, you know, we're going to have something like that, and that's just like a rope ladder to climb up the actual treehouse. And what else can you do, you might be wondering to yourself. So, this next part would actually be beneficial if I cleaned up all of the concrete. So, say goodbye to the concrete, everybody. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, plop. Perfect. So, now that we have got rid of all of the concrete, the next thing that we're going to do is place a little bit of a tub. Now, this is kind of like a wash tub sort of deal. And it's actually easier if you grab a material. So say, let's grab some jungle wood planks. I want you to place on the ground somewhere to the right front side of the treehouse, I want you to place a 2 by 2 square of jungle planks. We're going to place spruce trapdoors all the way along the outside of these 2 by 2 square of jungle woods. And we're going to destroy the planks in the middle and fill the middle up using water buckets. And then all we're going to do, now that we've created this fancy little tub, is we're just going to use a shovel to create kind of like a grass path base all the way around the jungle treehouse. Now, this particular part, like with all of this grass path and stuff, isn't included in the grid. So, like, this is all up to you. I mean, you might not even want to add the grass path, but it makes it a little bit more distinct from the rest of the environment. So, yeah, again, you know, add it or don't. It's completely up to you. And I just so happen to think that it just makes it look a little bit better, and it makes things stand out. Like the tub will stand out a lot more, and like the tree in general and stuff. So yeah, it just really separates itself from the environment. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the treehouse complete. Very well done if you have managed to make it this far. I do hope that you and I are both looking at pretty much the exact same thing on our screens. There is absolutely nothing more to build to Dora's treehouse. This is exactly what it should look like, and I do hope that you are looking at the exact same thing as well. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the content, and click the little bell if you really want to keep up to date with the content. if you want to check out any more of my cartoon related builds, then check out the card system, the description below, and not only that, I'll leave a link in the comment section. I'll pin it right up at the top. So if you want to make more cartoon builds, then check all of that stuff out. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate all of you very, 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 very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.